One of Turkey's most well-known natural wonders is the surreal landscapes of Cappadocia, which are renowned for its extraordinary rock formations and incredible hot air ballooning chances. A complex history has been framed over the years by peculiar rocks with honeycomb patterns that rise from central Anatolia's plateau. The area, which was once the center of the Hittite Empire, eventually produced some of the first philosophers of Christianity. One of the best places to visit in Turkey today is Cappadocia, which is a popular tourist attraction. We've compiled intriguing facts about Cappadocia to assist you understand a little bit more about the area. Since the late 6th century BC, this name has been in use. Darius I and Xerxes were the first kings to use this name in writing. One of the nations that made up the Persian Empire was this one. The Luwian name Cappadocia, which means low country, was used by the natives. Iranians often referred to it as the land of good horses. Horses would be given as gifts and tribute to the kings of Persia and Assyria. The Persian government received the horses as part of the taxes. The inhabitants still place a high priority on horses. Visitors often use it as a means of transportation. Known for its rock formations, Cappadocia. The central Anatolian landscape was altered by a series of volcanic eruptions about 60 million years ago. Magical rock formations were produced as a result of the volcanic outburst. They are referred to as cotton castles or Cappadocia fairies. The soft rocks were continually polished by wind and water erosion. These rocks were produced as a result of the tuffification of dense ash. They transformed into 130-foot-tall chimneys that resemble fairies. These boulders are being slowly eroded by wind and water, so their shapes could alter in another century. There are underground cities. Cappadocia. The fairy chimneys are surrounded by a vast underground city. The city, which served as a village, is connected by a system of tunnels. The underground city served as a haven for Christians fleeing the Romans. There are 200 underground churches with significant historical value. Because the rocks are pliable, the builders were able to cut out tunnels. Visitors are welcome in several of the cities. Additionally, Cappadocia contains a number of man-made caverns that were excavated during the unstable time. They were hiding places. Up to 8 layers of the Earth's surface are occupied by certain underground structures. They possessed all the conveniences required for daily life. In Cappadocia, there are numerous churches and monasteries. Cappadocia experienced an era of affluence between the 10th and 11th centuries, which led to an expansion in the building of churches and monasteries made of rock. The majority of the churches were lavishly ornamented. There are approximately 600 churches, and it is anticipated that there are still more to be found. As one walks around the church, one can see the stunning frescoes that still have their color. Superstition and weathering have caused damage to several of the frescoes. Because they were afraid of the evil eye, some of the figures had their eyes hacked off by superstitious locals. There is an outdoor museum in Cappadocia. Some of the most well-known religious complexes in the region can be found in the Gorim Open-Air Museum. It was the first in Turkey to be included in the UNESCO World Heritage Site list in 1985. Together with the other Cappadocian rock formations, this outdoor museum resembles a monastery with a church next to it. This museum is the first place visitors to Cappadocia stop when they arrive. The frescoes and rock-hewn architecture of the church structures are exceptional examples. These churches were built during the 10th, 11th, and 12th centuries. Cappadocia has been inhabited by people since the 3rd century. Human settlers have lived in Cappadocia since the Paleolithic period. Between 2500 to 2000 BCE, the Hutti people called it home. In the year 2000 BCE, the Hittites took control of the area. At the same time, Assyrians also inhabited this area. They established Cappadocia as a commerce hub. Cappadocia served as a haven for many fleeing religious persecution during the medieval era. For thousands of years, the majority of the monks resided here. Neolithic pottery and implements were discovered by archaeologists, demonstrating human habitation of the area. In a hot air balloon, you can get the greatest perspective of Cappadocia. In Cappadocia, hot air ballooning is highly well liked. In Gorim, you can take a ride in one of these balloons. In Cappadocia, bike trips and hikes are popular pastimes. Astonishing vistas are revealed as one explores this lovely landscape. Using a hot air balloon offers the landscape the praise for beauty that it merits. Enjoy the breathtaking sights as you float over the Cappadocia skyline. Every morning, more than 100 hot air balloons soar to the skies. In Cappadocia, a historic village is still inhabited. One of the few communities in Cappadocia that is still inhabited today is the village of Gorim. It serves as the primary tourism hub as well. The name of this community was Asiler, which means hunters. It was formerly known as Macan and is still known today as Gorim. Gorim translates to where one cannot see. After Christians hid from the Arab invaders in the caves during the invasion, the name was decided upon. The rocks were created eons ago. The Cappadocian rocks close to Gorim have been subjected to several erosional processes. It caused the rocks to take on their current shapes. People who lived there etched designs into the rocks and constructed residences, churches, and monasteries. In the year 1200 AD, Gorim became a monastery center. This region produces the best wines due to its volcanic soil. Visitors can try popular white wine brands and red wine from the region at the numerous wine tasting establishments. Festival in Cappadocia. In addition to its breathtaking scenery, Cappadocia is a fantastic location for music festivals. The festivals feature food and music from both domestic and foreign musicians. Choirs and orchestras give performances over the festival's entire week-long run. In July, antique churches and secret courtyards host this celebration. The hot air balloon tradition is also honored at a balloon fest in July. Gorim. One of the few communities in Cappadocia that is still populated today is the village of Gorim, which also serves as the main tourist destination for the region. Throughout its history, the town has gone under 3 different names in all. The town's original name was Asiler, which translates to hunters. Before getting its current name of Gorim, it was first known as Macan. The name Gorim, which refers to the manner Christians in the area concealed from Arab invaders during the invasion, means one cannot see and hear. The numerous underground settlements in the region provided hiding spots for the fleeing Christians. UNESCO World Heritage Places. Some areas of Cappadocia are designated as UNESCO World Heritage Sites as a result of the significant impact that man has had on the region's landscape. These include Cappadocia's most popular attraction, the Gorim Open Air Museum. In 1985, the museum, the nearby Actipi, and the Cappadocian rock formations were named UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Since they contain examples of Byzantine art and the remains of a prehistoric human habitat from the 4th century, all of the aforementioned locations are of exceptional global worth. Cappadocia wine. This area is a significant grape producer with a long history of winemaking because of the volcanic tuff. Due to this custom, Cappadocia is a popular vacation spot for wine enthusiasts. Kakabag, Turasan, Cappadocia, and Sanol are notable wineries in the region that each create a range of wine varieties. Visitors can try popular white wine brands and red wine from the region at the numerous wine tasting establishments. Thousands of tourists flock to Cappadocia mostly to see the mushroom-shaped fairies. These mushrooms are the result of erosion of volcanic materials and geological processes. These sediments eventually hardened into the soft rock that eventually became the shape of a mushroom. The area was covered in ash and lava from volcanic eruptions that occurred a while back. Rains and strong winds damaged these geological formations or volcanic deposits, which eventually hardened into several foot-thick tuffs by way of soft rocks known as tuffs. Today's strange terrain formations, including domes, mushroom-shaped pillars known as fairy chimneys, and pinnacles, are the result of erosion. Large-scale grape production occurs in the Cappadocia region, and winemaking is thought to have a long history there. Visitors can try the products in a number of wine tasting establishments, and in recent years, wines from the area have garnered accolades on a global scale. The region of Cappadocia is well known for its unique rock formations, rich history, and picturesque hot air balloon rides. This historic area, which is located in central Anatolia, draws large numbers of visitors from all over the world. A total of 3.8 million foreign tourists visited the region in 2019 due to how well liked it is as a travel destination. That was for today. Thank you for staying with us. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe to our channel.